newest roller coaster to come to Seaworld Orlando is Icebreaker. Now this is a quadruple launch coaster and is also the newest roller coaster from American manufacturer Premier Rides. Now I know this is a bit late, but I kind of just forgot to make this video, but I'm finally getting around to it. This is my last of the new for 2020 Seaworld coaster analysis videos, but today I'll be talking all about this coaster. So first I'll be going through the stats and the layout and giving my overall thoughts on the ride, and that's how this video will go. But with that out of the way, let's just get right into it. So we don't have all the stats, but for what we do have, it will have a height of 93 feet, a top speed of 52 miles per hour, a track length of 1,900 feet, will not feature any inversions, it will have a max vertical angle of 100 degrees, and it is a quadruple launch coaster, and the manufacturer is, as I mentioned, Premier Rides. So these are pretty good stats, nothing too great, but these are, overall pretty solid. So now I'll be getting into the ride experience and going through the layout. So for the layout, you're going to come out of the station and go right through a kind of transfer track kind of thing. And you'll line up with the launch, then you'll first launch backwards, not super fast, and then do a little airtime moment, then sort of come up the spike but not totally. Then you'll dip, then come forward through another forwards launch, a bit more powerful but not too much. Then a little airtime pop, then come somewhat up the top hat, but not fully over. Then you'll come backwards and then go through third launch. This time you'll go almost all the way up this beyond vertical spike, and then dip down through your fourth forwards launch, do this little airtime pop, then come over the top hat, which looks like it'll get some great airtime, and go over this beyond vertical drop, which looks great, into a right bank turn. So a nice little airtime moment, then another airtime pop through this nice right bank turn. Do a little twisty to the left, bank left, and do this little kind of wave turn thing to the right, then do another left bank turn into a kind of right bank turn airtime hill kind of thing, then do two little airtime pops, and then slam into the brake run. So that'll be the layout. So what are my thoughts on Icebreaker? I'm definitely impressed with this coaster. I think it will be a very solid launch coaster. It has lots of very good airtime moments and some pretty good bank turns. It has 4 launches and a beyond vertical drop and a beyond vertical spike, which is called a scorpion tail, I think, which is very cool. It's going to have an awesome looking top hat that'll give some really good airtime moment, or that'll give a really good pop of airtime. There's just so much good airtime throughout and some pretty good bank turns. And that wave turn looks really cool. I don't think it'll be a super intense ride. I think it is meant to be more of kind of a family coaster. Not totally, it is a bit more on the thrilling side, but it is more tame than most coasters. So I think that'll be cool. I think it will be a great fit for Seaworld Orlando because of that. They don't really have any in-between kind of sort of family coasters. It basically goes from Super Grover's Boxcar Derby, which is more of a kiddie coaster, and Journey to Atlantis, which is a water coaster, straight to extreme thrill coasters with Mako, Manta, and Kraken, their 3 B&M coasters. So I think this is going to be a great in-between coaster on the scale to before you step up to the 3 B&Ms after Journey to Atlantis. So I think they're kind of lacking a good family coaster, but they're definitely getting that with Icebreaker. And they're also filling a gap of not having a launch coaster. They really needed this. They were the last SeaWorld park in the chain to get one, so I'm glad they're finally getting one. And overall, I think it looks like a great ride. It looks to have some pretty good forces. It's not a super long ride, but the quadruple launch, the beyond vertical drop, the spike, the top hat, and just some of the airtime moments and bank turns. They'll be a lot of fun. I think it will be one of the better premier coasters. I could see this definitely beating the Skyrocket 2s, and I'm not sure if it'd be something like West Coast Racers or even Mr. Freeze Reverse Blast, but it would be probably maybe Full Throttle, just because it is a bit of a longer ride and has some good airtime moments. It is more of a tamer coaster, but the airtime definitely looks pretty good. Yeah, it just looks like a really good ride, and it is actually complete, I'm pretty sure, construction, and I'm pretty sure they have done transfer table or whatever testing, but of course it can't open because parks are closed because of the situation we're in. But overall, Icebreaker does look like a very good ride. I think it will be the 4th best new for 2020 SeaWorld coaster after Texas Stingray, Pantheon, and Iron Gwazi, but will be better than Emperor because it does have the vest restraints. But overall, I think it's going to be a solid premier coaster, probably one of the better coasters. It'll be a good launch coaster, Probably one of the better coasters in Florida. I'd say where it could rank in the park, I'd probably say around 3 maybe. It could be better than Mako or even Manta, but I'm not sure. But I'd probably say it would likely be the 3rd best in the park behind those two, but ahead of Kraken. I think it overall is a great fit for the park and definitely will add something to Florida. It's always great to see a new launch coaster. I love launch coasters. This overall will be a really fun ride. And I think it is very interesting that we won't be seeing any inversions on this, but I think it is, supposed to be more of a tamer coaster. That's why it doesn't have them. And I think that will make it unique and differentiate it from all the other premier coasters, which mostly have inversions. But I think this ride definitely just focuses on other types of elements, and I think that is a really cool thing about Icebreaker. Oh, and one more thing to mention. The trains on this coaster look really cool, just like with the other new Seaworld coasters. They were revealed at IAAPA back in November, and these are some really cool looking trains. Unfortunately, they will have comfort colors, which is not surprising. I think most future premier coasters will, but these are overall some really cool looking trains, and it just overall looks like a great ride. So those will be my thoughts on Icebreaker at SeaWorld Orlando. What do you guys think of Icebreaker? Leave those thoughts down in the comment section below. Make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe for more coaster content coming soon. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.